Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today we're recapping Ground Zero's Regulators Mount Up, and we're starting with match number 1. It is an amazing match, Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Tell the people what they're in for.
So, we've got Joshua Shibata calling it to the ring, but guess what?
Ooh.
We got the dashing.
The handsome voice. The handsome voice is on commentary. So if you've been to Ground Zero before, you know that Adnan's pretty much a fixture as the ring announcer. But you know what? They're trying something different this time. We got Josh in the ring as the ring announcer, and Adnan, with this prolific and gifted tie, was on commentary next to Mr. Mondo, killing it with the Laker jersey on. You got to respect the Kobe love and the shades. He's so cool. He wears the sunglasses at night and indoors. So,
absolutely, and he's the voice of the Ground Zero shows.
So, definitely. So hey, we got Mondo and Adnan on commentary, Josh doing the ring announcing, and then the music hits. And there's only one person that comes out to that song.
There's only one person that comes out to Pet Shop Boys.
Yes, and it is Mr. Dom Kubrick, who's the 2018 SoCal Rookie of the Year. The guy looks like he was carved out of granite. He is handsome. He is charismatic.
He's very generous with the fans, as you can see on screen.
He is. He'll pose for a picture.
He'll post for a lot of photos.
Oh, yes, he will. You know, there's no part of Dom that is off limits to the fans. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And he
loves it. As you can see, the fans put a smile on his face.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, you got a little attention, a little bit of love, a little bit of graciousness. But, you know, this man, oh, yes, of course, we got to lick the ring. All right, look, in this day and age with Corona, I don't know if that's wise.
I think this is now a banned move.
It might be.
I think we've now seen our first banned move.
For real. We'll have to get those the bleach wipes afterward and rub it all down. But let me just say this. He's a very loving man. He's a very loving and very generous man. But in the ring, he does not play around. And I can tell you with 100% sincerity, Dom prepares like a champion, okay? And he knew he had his hands full tonight, because on their way to the ring, getting ready to beat the stuffing out of the man in a handicap match, is none other than Hustle and Muscle. Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Will you please tell me and the people watching a little bit about Hustle and Muscle?
So you got Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez. So you have both Muscle in the size and the brute that we have in Vinny.
Yes.
And then you've got the acumen, and because, you know, Mr. Alonzo is a championship wrestler. He's a amateur wrestling champion.
Most definitely. We're talking about credibility, people. The combat sports pedigree, if you will. The guy knows what he's doing on the mat, and if he can't get it done with the grapples, his partner will get it done with the slams. That's how we do business at Santino Brothers. All three of the people in the ring are Santino tough and Santino strong. Hustle and Muscle is not messing around. They want to put the boots to Dom Kubrick for one reason and one reason alone, and that reason has something to do with the guy coming to the ring right behind him. His name is Halston Boddy. Encyclopedia.
Boo! 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 Just like everyone's booing on screen. Boo!
I want to punch this dude in the. I don't want to get too upset.
Yeah.
Can you please let the people in, if they don't know, a little bit of the history between Dom Kubrick and Halston Boddy?
Absolutely. So when Dom made his debut at Santino's, we had Halston as his advocate and helped him out. And for almost a year, Halston would speak exclusively on Dom's behalf and take care of all of his business.
Yes.
But, you know, things happened.
And they had a parting of ways, I hear.
I would certainly say it's a parting of ways. Guess what? Guys, this is a perfect opportunity to go watch Up All Night and also the other Santino stuff that they have on YouTube.
Absolutely.
It's a great time to get caught up on that.
And even some previous Ground Zero matches, because we had matches between Camden and...
Yeah, in the last show when Dom got shot in the face with a confetti cannon by Halston Boddy.
All I know is Halston Boddy is...
It's been a thorn in his side since they've broken up.
Yes.
And I think he's just, it's obviously the jilted lover.
Yeah.
He's now hired the Muscle to beat him up.
I mean, look, I'm going to say it this way, people. Halston Boddy is an acquired taste, okay? You can appreciate Halston for what he brings and his flawlessness, his mystique, his presence. His presence is something you have to experience in person. Halston Boddy is not to be trifled with. However, he's got this chip on his shoulder and this with his thing with Dom, he just wants to see Dom destroyed, and now he brought two big, strong, tough individuals to try to take out Mr. Kubrick, and I'm not sure it's gonna happen, but it wasn't gonna happen without Halston talking a little bit of trash.
Of course.
If I remember correctly, he said Dom was last year's model?
Yeah, exactly.
He said he was old news. I don't know if that's true, but Halston Boddy can talk trash with the best of them, and you know what, after a certain point, Encyclopedia,
yes, sir,
there's enough talk, and we just have to get down to the action.
Absolutely. So they threw out one condition for Dom that if, and I don't even know how this is possible, if he beats Hustle and Muscle, then Halston will allow him to wrestle Mike Camden to try to get even at this point.
Absolutely. This ain't a Stallone movie. You don't take out like 6 dudes, all right? 2-on-1 usually means you're getting your ass whooped, okay? And I figured that Dom's getting his ass whooped, but we got to watch and see how it plays out. So, I mean, the match starts. Well, it looks like it's about to start. Halston's still talking trash, but look at him. He's got his turban going.
You totally see these guys just absolutely talking him down, dressing him down.
For real, he's got that $500 shirt like The Rock, just killing him. Do you see the shoes?
Yeah, of course.
Man, homeboy's shoes were sparkling. His shoes were so bright, a brother needed to get Mondo shades. It was that freaking bright. But it looks like the match is going to start off with Vinny Wasco and Dom. Was it test of strength?
Yeah, they were test of strength, and then Vinny kept, delaying it. It's just those mind games again.
Yeah.
It's one guy against 2, so all of a sudden they can run these mind games on him, and he's just going to be running in circles.
Yeah, and it's just like, I feel like Dom really wants to put this feud behind him, but
100%.
Halston just won't let it go.
Oh, no, I don't think he'll let it go at all. But yeah, you can see that, the action's in there, and, Dom's taking it to Alonzo, but then, I don't know what's going on with Isaac and all this, but Vinny there was a lot of double teaming.
There was
a lot of this wasn't a tornado match. That's later. Tournament, but they were like under tornado rules for some reason.
Now I think Isaac Hayes is one of the best referees in the history of refereeing. Okay,
understood.
He is fair. He calls it right down the middle. But I don't know if what happened. Maybe Halston slipped him a 50 or something. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I won't question Isaac's integrity.
I don't either. I just all I see is that there's a lot of fixation. It seems like when there's a break from the action, the two of them just cannot absolutely take their eyes off each other.
Yeah,
this is definitely unresolved, and you can see Dom actually ends up chasing Halston around the ring.
Yes.
But Dom knew that there was going to be a waiting.
Hell yeah.
So he ended up getting it on him, but not really, because again, you've got the acumen.
Now here's the thing: when two people fight, or you have a manager and a trainer, or a fighter and a manager, whatever, you get to know each other pretty freaking well. And he knew kind of Halston's tendencies, and from previous matches, he knew there was probably going to be somebody waiting around the corner. But you know what? He ended up getting slammed on the apron, which is pretty much the hardest part of the ring. And finally, we got back inside, and it's still the butt whooping continues, man. It's just
I mean, as we see as the pictures are scrolling through,
you got a little hard to watch.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. Especially Isaac's trying to call it down the middle, but clearly Halston's got a lot of
Do you want to talk about that?
I just it's crazy. Like, look at the athleticism that Dom's exhibiting, and it's just I don't know.
All I know is this was a hell of a match. And I would say it was back and forth, but let's be honest, it really wasn't.
As we're seeing it, it's pretty.
They beat the stuffing out of my man Dom. And if you haven't seen the interview with Dom, we interviewed Dom a few weeks ago. I feel like he's one of the guys at Santino's I know pretty well. And I just didn't like seeing him get beat down like that. Normally I'm a loudmouth and I talk a lot of trash. But I'm looking at these pictures and looking at this stuff, and it looks like Dom was taking a pretty handy beating.
Yeah, and right here at the end, he ended up doing a double blockbuster onto these guys, and then he ended up getting the roll up for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because something happened. He hit his head or something went bad. I mean, I'm telling you, they beat the stuffing out of my man, but at the end, he was still able to pull it out.
The wherewithal to put it together.
Yeah,
put him away.
Which is a testament to Dom's, I don't know, should we say, I don't know, what is word I'm looking for, Encyclopedia? Help me out.
I think he's on the road to, his vengeance with it, or just kind of like maybe getting this whole feud over with, and I think if getting even with Mike Camden gets him one step closer.
Ooh, yes. The word I was looking for was indomitable spirit. Okay, he is not going to give up. He's going to put it out there for everybody. And he walked away with the 1, the 2, and the 3, but it's still not over. Because even Halston said, if you can find a way to beat Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez, you can face Mike Camden. And then, what kind of match is it? Did he say? There's some kind of stipulation. And hopefully that puts it all to rest, because these guys have been like oil and vinegar for so long.
Yeah.
I think Dom needs to get Halston in the ring. That would make
5 minutes. He beats Mike Camden, he gets 5 minutes with Halston Boddy.
I don't know if that's maybe even 3 minutes would be enough for Dom. Rookie of the year, he don't need 5 minutes to get rid of Halston. Come on.
Oh, that's fine. No, you're right.
I don't know. All I'm saying is I appreciate Dom Kubrick. I appreciate Halston Boddy. I appreciate Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez. However, y'all did my man Dom dirty. And I can't wait to see what happens at the next show, because I want Dom to get his revenge.
I think he's going to get his revenge.
I hope so. This is a hell of a match. What do you think?
100%. This is a great opener.
Yeah? Oh, fine.
As we said before, a first opening match is always a strong sign of a great show.
Oh, for sure. And like I said, man, we said on the preview or the episode yesterday in the dark match or the showcase match, there's storytelling in spades at Ground Zero. Mm-hmm. And I'm personally invested in this story, and I can't wait to see how it ends. I'm rooting for Dom, but I can't wait to see how it ends. So this match was amazing. I don't even remember what the second match was. Do you, Pete?
I do. It was another great
Of course it was great. This is Ground Zero we're talking about. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, we have yet another fantastic match. Match number 2 between Matt Vandergriff, who is prolific and gifted Santino's alum, against a man that I'm not even sure how I feel. I like this guy when it comes to the ring, but he is intense.
To the 10th power.
Yeah, and I mean, I will talk about it a little more tomorrow, but the guy we're talking about is none other than Judiz. Judiz is not to be trifled with, people. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Be sure to tune in. Make sure you follow us at Make Me a Fan 316. Subscribe down below. Ring the bell so you never miss an episode. And Encyclopedia. Do we have anything else to say before we go?
Nope. We'll see everybody
Come back tomorrow, because that's a good one tomorrow, boy. I can't wait. See you then.